Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between the Little One and ZeeRax here on Desert Oasis. I believe this is Game 2 in the matchup. If you did not see Game 1, I believe Game 1 is the Little One versus ZeeRax as well on Blistering Sands. It is on the StarCraft Legacy YouTube channel. Go ahead and head over to there. Also, you may want to subscribe onto that channel as well. Now, the reason why I chose the Little One versus ZeeRax is if anyone is going to change my mind on the Protoss versus Protoss mirror match, it would be the Little One. Little One is really inventive, really crazy with even all of the races as he plays random, so I thought this would be an interesting game to cast. We have ZeeRax now going to go ahead and get this pylon out and start scouting out with this probe. Same thing happening with the Little One, except not scouting out, just going to go ahead and continue to mine. So we'll see how that works out for the Little One. Little One going to have a little bit of a more economic advantage, but playing in the dark. Now, secondly, I came across some additional beta keys because of GameStop. So yeah, I actually reserved 2 copies of StarCraft 2. I wasn't gonna do it, but I was like, you know what, my fans out there, you guys who have been supporting me, some of you guys who have been listening to me for so long, thank you. And I thought, why don't I just go ahead and spend the extra money and reserve an extra copy for an extra CD key. Now, just because you donate, I hope you guys don't feel like I'm morally obligated to give you a key, because that is definitely not the reason why I would even have donations open. It's just a little bit of ways for you guys to help me, you know, get a little bit better computer, and just something to compensate for the time and the energy that I'm putting out here since I am posting so many videos up. Thank you guys for doing that. Now, I will be having some contests later during the live stream. I've already given away 2 beta keys as it is, and just so you guys know, if you guys want to increase your chance of winning a beta key during the live stream, you're gonna have I suggest you register to the StarCraft Legacy website. That's all I can say for right now. Just go ahead and register to the StarCraft Legacy website. And even though I only have 2 more keys to give away, I believe the website still has a fair amount. I can't say for sure, but I know that it is in fact a fair amount. Back over here, ZeeRax and Little One both going for that cybernetics core. So both players, none of the players going for any dual gate rush or 2 gate rushes, just a very standard single gateway. And perhaps we'll see robotics facility, perhaps we'll see some Colossus. But with the Little One, you never know for sure, as he constantly reinvents the game in the StarCraft 2 beta. Now dropping down another pylon. Are we going to see a robotics facility? No, we're going to see a Stalker first. The Stalker first is a little bit curious on this map. A lot of players try to go some sort of proxy gateway, setting up a pylon here or up here, or using that warp gate feature to try to deploy out those units. But instead, ZeeRax now getting down an extra pylon. Give me one moment. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry about that. Phone ringing in the background. Telemarketers just trying to let me know that President Obama is doing something about home ownership. Yeah. Anyways, ooh, Little One hiding a Stargate to the north side. That is very interesting. Okay, so normally I would see a robotics facility, but with a Stargate, oh, double Stargate. So we may be seeing some Void Rays. Void Rays would be very interesting. The robotics facility already coming into position. That Observer going to be popping out in just a moment in order to try to figure out what exactly the strategy is. But with only a single gateway producing Stalkers, this is going to be very, very bad news for ZeeRax. So ZeeRax already going to be behind. Those Stargates, however, take a little bit longer to warp in, it appears, compared to, let's see, Stargate costs 60, robotics facility costs 65. So a little curious on why it took so long to get those Stargates up and running. Yeah, Void Rays already being produced, however, Observer already on the move. So with that Observer moving out, and now a second gateway being warped in, but more Zealots being trained. Those Zealots are going to be absolutely useless. Second, oh, now we get a Phoenix in position as well. So the Phoenix may try to Graviton Beam the Stalker. This is going to be a very nice 1-2 punch. That the Phoenix only takes 45 seconds to build, or 45 units of time. Void Ray takes 60. So by the looks of it, these 2 units will be coming out at pretty much the same exact time. The Phoenix will be able to catch up to that Void Raid very, very easily, as a second Phoenix now being produced. Are we going to get a Chrono Boost? No, no Chrono Boost. Phoenix now going to go ahead and pop on out. That Phoenix with that very, very fast speed, and now going to go ahead and start focusing down this robotics facility. You can already see the new damage per second, making so that those robotics facility taking a fair amount of damage sitting over here. Back over here, we already have a warp gate coming into position, and now Stalker's being warped in. So the Stalker is trying to be used in order to try to counteract this single Void Ray. The Stalker is now going to go ahead and start shooting down the unit. Is he going to start Graviton Beaming? Yeah, start Graviton Beaming one of them, but not going to really work. So he really needed 2 of those Phoenixes in order to start Graviton Beaming and then start trying to focus down these units. We'll see if this Void Ray has a range of 7, so we'll be able to start shooting back those units very well. Let's see. Graviton that one unit, and now just going to try to go ahead and focus down that last Stalker. One of those Stalkers now being forced to pull back. The Phoenix taking a fair amount of damage, and now the little one with 2 Void Rays, 3 Phoenixes and 1 single Void Ray. And so the Protoss Air now being used by Little One, and we'll see how it's really going to work out. Already now going into 3-gate, is it 4-gate? No, going into 3-gate with a Twilight Council. So doing a very good job just changing the strategy up. Now using Phoenixes to serve up those Protoss probes on that Graviton platter as the rest of those Phoenixes start to take them down. So yeah, those Phoenixes do in fact deal 20 damage per round of attack as they are fighting those probes. So those probes are very light units. Phoenixes also happen to be light units as well. So those Stalkers only dealing 10 damage per shot. We have a single probe down over here by with ZeeRax. ZeeRax making sure that there is no sort of expansion coming into play. And now we have 1 Void Ray currently just continuing to be built. And a single observer in the air just trying to keep track and keep tabs on this army. I do not see any additional tech buildings. Oh, we see a Dark Shrine. Okay, so Dark Shrine now being warped in as well. That's very interesting. And now also using a Graviton Beam in order to pick up what looked to be a poor Zealot. Now those Stalkers trying to just continue to be warped in all over the place in order to try to catch up to those Phoenixes. We do have Blink now being researched with that Chrono Boost on it in order to cut down 10 units of time off of that particular build. Now still continuing to build up more, research more. Little One now going into a 3-gate strategy. I do not see any sort of proxy pylon, but the Little One may be getting that pylon down, and then if he can build this pylon off to the side, perhaps over here, be able to warp in units on that high ground with that Phoenix, or with those Phoenixes trying to offer sight onto that high ground. There is only 1 observer. Oh no, no observer. Robotics facility now being produced once again, and now the pylon is being built over here, so those Dark Templars will not be able to warp in nearly as quickly as they want to. No, Dark Templars now walking their way in. So those Dark Templars walking in, and we'll see how that's really going to work. More units continuing to, or more warp gates being built in, and now we have another round of Phoenixes using that Graviton Boost or Graviton Platter in order to, I know it's not a Graviton Platter, it's a Graviton Beam, but it's serving up on a platter. Anyways, back over here we have a Stalker's quickly getting a quick blink in and able to cover that distance very, very well. We already have observers in the base of ZeeRax though, so those 2 Dark Templars walking to their death as that 1 observer came back to the base to offer a little bit of sight. Very nicely done. Photon Cannon now being warped in on the back of the base in order to perhaps try to push back any of these Phoenixes. Yeah, Phoenix able to shoot down another one of those probes. So ZeeRax is taking the harassment from the Little One consistently. Stalker's now on the move, and the Stalkers with that blink was able to blink from, I guess, here to here. I think that would be the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know the true blinking distance, but now the Stalkers perhaps are going to be able to blink up to this high ground with an observer in position. No, a Void Ray now coming in. Phoenix is now coming in over as well. Going to start offering sight onto that pylon. Pylon now getting taken down. Perhaps you can move a little bit closer. I do not know the range. Will those units be able to blink up onto that high ground? ZeeRax pretty much knows that he's walking into certain death if he tries to do that. And now once again trying to take down perhaps one of these assimilators. Those assimilators obviously providing gas. That's going to be very, very crucial. No observer to spot this particular observer, so that is a really, really interesting strategy. The Void Ray does in fact have a range of 7, so I don't know why he's not trying to engage some of these Stalkers. Just get within range and then hold position, and we'll be able to take down some of these buildings. Now only 1 Stalker trying to shoot down this 1 assimilator, and now we have more pylons being warped into this position. So I'm not sure what the Little One really plans to do. Little One continuing to just take a little pop shots from the Stalker. Stalker dealing 14 damage per round of attack, and now more pylons being built. Little One sitting at 93 over 106, and while we have ZeeRax sitting at 150 over 82, we do in fact have an expansion before ZeeRax, so ZeeRax will be able to come in and deal a fair amount of damage. However, in comes that Void Ray, and that Void Ray quickly charging up to full strength was able to shoot down and take down that Stalker. Gonna let this replay run a little bit long. As nothing really seems to be happening right now. Anyways, Little One now getting an expansion of his own back over here. So this one pylon over here by ZeeRax will be able to keep track of the fact that the Little One has expanded. Dark Templar not getting any kills was quickly revealed by something as those Stalkers once again pull back away. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay between ZeeRax and the Little One here on Desert Oasis.